Hey, welcome back to YouTube. It is Outdoor Guy 365 coming at you with another great video, or at least the second part of a great video. So what I started with changing out the spark plug. It's kind of iffy here. This is part 2, by the way, of the Toro Power Clear 821 QZE spark plug replacement. So what I had to do is I had to go get a part from the parts store because I didn't have one here at my house, and it took them a couple days to get because, surprisingly, this Toro snowblower with the 252cc engine, it actually requires a different spark plug than what is normally required for this unit. Surprisingly, if I could get this out of here, it actually came with a Bosch plug. I don't really particularly care for Bosch plugs, and I'm just wondering, when did Toro start putting Bosch plugs in their units? So, doesn't look too bad, right? I mean, I don't know, just my opinion. Doesn't look too terrible, but just for preventative maintenance, we're going to put in a new one. Now, when I went to the hardware store, they had 3 options for this plug. They had a Toro generic plug that fit all their engines that they had for $12.99, so $13. Then they had a E3 spark plug. It's comes in one of those clear hard plastic surrounds that they typically have, and they also give cross-reference numbers on those packages. And I said, well, you know, $8 is still a lot for a plug, and I'm guessing you probably agree. I mean, I don't even spend $8 a plug on my everyday car for when I do a tune-up on it and things like that. And so I decided to take a look. The parts store did not have a Champion, or I'm sorry, not a Champion, but a NGK plug. But then, when I was looking through all the spark plugs on the shelf, lo and behold, what I came across. It is a Champion Copper Plus. That's right, finding a Champion that fits this Toro Power Clear 821 QZE. The part number right there on the box. I am hoping that you can see it. It's the short number is 415, or if you can't read that from the camera, it is RN9YC. So that is the Champion number that fits this machine. That should also work for the 621, 721 Toro Power Clears of most generations that are fairly modern in this new day and age, probably from, say, I want to say about 2015 onward. It also works, I believe, with the Toro Snowmaster, any of them that carry the Toro overhead valve premium engine. That's what typically these spark plugs will probably fit, but just in case, make sure you look up any spark plug that you may need. Here is what the new Champion plug looks like. It's already set to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it, and we're going to take our 13/16 socket here. This is what we got. This is my Challenger by Proto socket. It does have the spark plug protector rubber grommet on the inside. So I'm going to put my spark plug in there, and then I'm going to proceed and install this into the machine. So I have a couple of extensions here that I've put together so that way I have a good reach here and I don't have to struggle. So we just want to start this nice and easy by hand. We want to make sure that the motor is nice and cool when you're starting out to do this, because sometimes it can ruin the threads of the plug. Well, I don't think it's going to take very well in there. Okay, so let's try to do it by hand, because it wasn't moving with the spark plug socket because it was pretty tight and stuff. So I'm going to take this, put my hand in here, and start putting this spark plug in myself, and hopefully it'll go in there real nice and easy and not struggle. So let me move the camera over here for a little bit better angle and view, so that way you might be able to see what I'm doing a little bit better. And yeah, it's probably gonna require the socket to come in here. And we got it started, which is a good thing. Looks to be all going in there real nice and well. It's level. But again, I didn't get it in there good enough and get it started, so it popped out. These are at a tricky angle on these machines, so it's kind of a pain to get it in there, but hey, I'm showing you how to do this so you guys don't do the same things that I do, right? All right. Well, we're trying to get it in there, folks. Doesn't help when you have huge hands and only a small little space to work in. I don't want to take any of this cover off because it makes it difficult to all put back together, and we don't want to waste any time that we may need to do this. So again, tricky angle to put this in. And I'm hoping that this is going in. Really am hoping that this is going in. It seems like it's going in. Take one of the extensions off. And let's see if it's gone in. I think it has. Yeah, I think it has too. And there it is, guys. It's all the way in. But I'm going to take and snug it up a bit because I don't want it to be loose. Yeah, it's still kind of a little bit loose. So I'm going to turn it as best as I can. You just have to get it at the right angle and make sure you get it a good solid grip on it, because otherwise it's not going to go. So we're going to take our ratchet, 3/8 drive, this proto ratchet that I have,